Hi, this is Shardvixen, and yes, I am a grandmother. I turned 50 last year. I will be 51 this year. I have a 2-year-old grandson who, believe it or not, plays video games. I have a son who's 11 who plays video games, and a daughter who is 25 who plays video games. And so we are a video game family. So none of them want to be recorded, so pretty much it's just going to be me. What I'm going to be doing in my videos is chit-chatting, because I could talk forever. I am a great chit-chatter. People always laugh at me, but I have had people in my car who will vouch that I could talk up to 8 hours without stopping, except to take drinks and maybe if I had to go potty. I don't know if that's because I'm lonely or what, but that's the way it goes. I think that we will all stop talking when we're dead, and there's a lot that people have to say that's upside their head, but then on the other hand, there's not much anybody says. So I play video games, and I'll have to tell you, if I can play them, anybody can play them. In fact, my 2-year-old grandson, I help him a lot, and he's doing pretty good. What I'm going to be doing is I will do 15-minute slots of my favorite games or games that people have suggested to me, because some games I've played and gone, what? I don't know if I can do this. Apparently I'm not smart enough. And I'll go through games I know, and you guys can kind of tell me about games that you might want me to check out. At this point in time, I'm a little limited on money. So some stuff I won't be able to do of the new stuff unless I can find somebody to like give it to me. And if you're not really popular, not many people will give you stuff. But I will do the best I can. I have a couple of different consoles. We have an Xbox. I have a PlayStation 4 I can borrow. I have a PlayStation 3. I got a PSP. We've got a Game Boy, and pretty soon, we're waiting, it'll be here soon, we'll have a computer to do some. I'm pretty poor. I'm on disability. Well, I'm not on disability yet. I'm disabled, trying to, get on disability. That may or may not happen, because, you have to pretty much not be able to do much of anything, and I can do some stuff, I just can't do the stuff I used to do. I also make comments about comic books. I'm a big comic book junkie. I don't buy that many of them, but I have over 3,000 sitting in a closet, so I can pull some out and talk about them or read them, or you guys can ask me questions about the comic book world. I'll tell you right now, the ultimate favorite hero for me is Wolverine. I like him in all kinds of different aspects I've seen him in. I like Sabretooth as a bad guy. My favorite bad girl, of course, is Harley Quinn. You can't beat her for crazy and insane and all that stuff. Right now I'm not playing a game. This one happens to be Fallout 3. I'm not playing anything right now. I just kind of letting it sit and this is my very first video, so I'm going to do a couple different things on it, see how it works out, because like I said, I don't have all the really expensive stuff you need to be able to do really good videos, so we're going to do the best we can with what we have and see how that works out. It may not work out, and it may. Right now I'm playing Fallout 3, as I said, and this is my third time at this. The first time I horribly died and didn't get very well. Second time I made it through the whole game, but I had bought it quite recently when I was still having money and was working when it first came out. And now what I did was I had to return. I resold a lot of my games about 3-4 years ago so I could get some things for my son, because like I said, I was really poor, and you know how it works for poor people. We do what we can. So I rebought this, got it as a Christmas present from a friend of mine. It had all the downloads. Now I haven't quite gone to the download stuff yet. I'm thinking that next video I download will be having me do a couple of those. Like I said, it's only 15 minutes. What you're really going to see is just how I play. That's all this is about. It's not about getting, you're not going to watch a Let's Play where you guys see me go through from one to the end, because there are a huge amount of videos out there, and I could tell you the ones that I watched to see where, you know, how to get to the end. My favorite Fallout guy right now is the Nth Apple. He tells a lot of stories, tells about backgrounds. His videos are absolutely wonderful. So if you get a chance, you should like check him out. As soon as I figure out, I'll probably put in a link, but I have to figure out how to do those. And if you guys want to give me suggestions on how to do that stuff, that's absolutely great. I really do best by learning. So if you want to shoot me a video, or you want to tell me where to find a video on that, that would be a plus. Right now I'm in Fallout 3 and I'm at Fort Bannister. I kind of mucked up the whole shoot him in the head thing, where you were supposed to, you met Crawley and Crawley says, oh, I want you to go, you know, get these keys, kill everybody. I kind of messed that up because I had, at the point of time I met him, I had Sharon, the ghoul that you can get, you know, you buy his contract and you can get him, and he shot him because he got mad at me because I said, I was talking to these guys. And then so we had, you know, like a little shootout in the underworld there, so that didn't work out so well. I saved it so I could go back, but I think that I'm not going to worry about it. I was going to just come here and use the keys and see what was here, if anything. If nothing's here because I mucked it up, then that's the way it goes. And maybe the fourth time I play Fallout, I'll make sure that I don't do that. Or when I revisit Fallout, maybe I'll do it a little differently. In my plan is that I want to mix up some medias on my videos. So what's going to happen for comments and questions, which I will do, because I want to talk to you all, just like you probably want to talk to me. So I'm going to probably put on a puppet show. There won't be a whole lot of me on the videos, not because I don't think I look good on videos. It's because part of my disability has a facial concept to it, and I don't really want, whoops, that was a boop. I don't really want that you guys have to not watch me because you think, oh God, she's one heck ugly chick, man. Blah. So we don't want to do that. We're just going to talk, and that'll be all good. And you can probably find pictures of me online. I pop up in all kinds of places. I've done various things in my long life. I've been playing video games probably since they first came out. I had a friend whose mom was big into all these really cool gadgety stuff, and she got an Atari, and we played a lot of Space Invaders. And then I remember boyfriends that I hung out with in the 80s, we all went to pizza parlors and played arcades, and my favorite, of course, was Centipede, and I liked, I think it was Galactica, or Galaxus, I'm not quite sure, I'll have to look that up, and the Star Wars when it came out, the Death Star thing, it was always popular. I am a horrible shooter, not a horrible shitter, I do very well at that. Actually, I'm a horrible shooter. So when you guys see me playing, you'll notice that I usually, what I do is I make sure I have lots and lots of healing, and I try to figure out different ways of doing things rather than trying to shoot them. I'm not really good at that. So if you're like me and you're not really a very good player, when you're trying to unlock doors in Fallout, one of the things that I notice is find as many freaking bobby pins as you possibly can. I run at about 20 to 30 at any given time, and I probably lose 1 to 3 of them trying to open locks, even easy locks sometimes, because I just don't have the intuitive knowledge of that. I have to tell you that so far the hardest lock-picking game I have played, besides the ones where you have to put number codes in, because I'm not really good at remembering that, is Assassin's Creed 3 with Connor. I was horrible at that, and I have not finished that game, so maybe I'll visit that one, and you can see how exactly horrible I was. People give me ideas all the time. Oh, try this, try that. it's not really like, I'm not really good at that. So we'll have to see how that works. The thing is too here, right now, some of these videos are going to be really bad videos in comparison to the videos that are out there. Because like I said, I'm in the process of building the system. I'm waiting for a mount to come for my camera, and I'm wearing a tripod. And then I'll work on getting the thing, the doohickey, gadgetly, whatever you call it, box that allows you to play the games and hook it directly into your computer. But see, it doesn't do me any good right now because I don't have the computer. I have 3 laptops of various ages, and none of them seem to want to play well. So we'll see how that works. Like I said, for a while you're going to get some really, why are we watching these and they're not moving kind of videos. Well, it's just listening to me talk, I guess. As soon as I figure out a way to use the cameras better, then we'll probably do better. And I might not always do video games. I might play other games for you guys, like card games and things like that. And you'll probably go, that's really, really boring and really old school. But we play a lot of board games here at the house, and some of you might want to see that. I don't know, maybe not. So just right now, like I've been practicing here, I see this disc gives a horrible glare. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get rid of the glare on that TV set with the camera until I can actually plug in. I wanted to show you that, and how horribly bad I am at this. One of the things I do in this game is I run around getting lots and lots of stem packs, and I'm at 386. My top was at 450. I had so far taken over, I think something like 600 of these things, just so I can keep moving through. Because the way I do it is I will run right up to whatever it is and just keep plugging them with bullets because I'm not very good at it. I haven't really tried a melee attack, working with a melee system, because I have gone with a different system. Just like that wholeheartedly, just outwardly attack. I do that in a lot of games I play. It's just run them over. It works really well for me. So for the last few minutes of this, I was going to talk about some of my collections I've done. So one of the things that I have done is I collect a lot of little Wolverine figurines. I started in the late 80s, beginning of the 1990s when my daughter was born. And I just opened them all recently for my grandson because you can't take it with you when you go, and I've been really sick. So, like I said, Wolverine's one of my favorite. And again, I am apologetic about the quality of the video here, and it will get better as I practice. This is kind of a new thing. So this really interesting thing about these characters here is that all the men ones, you know, except for this one, I guess, their arms move. So maybe it's one in the package their arms move, and one in the package don't. So there's Weapon X, Wolverine as Weapon X. There's Wolverine as a samurai. There's him in his classic X-Men. That's not the classic picture, of course. This is one of his classic ones, the browns and the orange. Or, of course, his blue and yellow. It's a really cool one. So you see him a lot in blue and yellow. This is the X-Men class one. It's not classic or anything like that, but see. So, like I said, I've opened these all up. I'll be building a studio, maybe, down the road, so that we'll be able to have a better location too. But I wanted to start practicing on making videos and get them up, because that's kind of like everybody says, that's the one part you really have to do. I will talk about books maybe if I've read a book while we're playing, but pretty much it's just going to be how easy and how hard for some of us who are older and too young playing video games, what area of people that video games are truly made for, but how much fun you can possibly have with them. I think they're just absolutely one of the greatest inventions, and I really enjoy them. I do a lot of other stuff, like I have done cosplay, I've done Renaissance fairs. I sang, I was a fool, I run around doing foolish things. Lots of stuff, and I encourage you guys to all try to do stuff like that as well. And I'll see you on my next video.